Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe Happy Hour. This is April from Penguins Creative, and we have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here with me today. We're going to talk about all things stationery, fun things in the community, and things we have or not have in our shopping cart. How's it going, Kelly?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm really happy that so far we are not experiencing any technical difficulties, so that means we can record as usual. I saw at least one person say they were sad we couldn't record. so, so this episode is for you.
It's for you. I know, I was pretty sad last week too, but then it ended up being okay because we were both kind of swamped. And so this week we prepped ahead, and this is basically the first version of the recording. And if this doesn't go well, we're doing it again tomorrow.
Right, exactly. We have options.
Nice. So a little bit of a catch up, or like a reminder of the things that we want to talk about last week, which was the amazing Animal Crossing New Horizon update, which
Bow, bow, bow.
which a lot of people might think, what does this have to do with stationery? And I have to argue, this has a lot to do with stationery.
Oh yes, it does. It really does, because
so much good stuff.
all the people like me that got the Animal Crossing Hobonichi cover are gonna be laughing at all the people that said, "I don't play that game anymore." Well, guess what, dude?
You're playing it this year.
You're playing it again. It's gonna take over your life. So, okay, my favorite part of this update is so I've been playing Animal Crossing, since way back, and one of the things I really loved from before was the island ordinances, because if you're someone like me, I tend to play at night, later in the evening, and it's kind of a bummer when you're like, cool, I gotta play Animal Crossing, but it's like 11 p.m., all the shops are closed, nothing's going on, and you're like, but I want to do the things. So you can change your island to basically be like a night owl island. I'm like, yes,
Nice.
yes.
And all the villagers would be not asleep. Like they would actually talk to you and stuff.
Drago's always sleeping.
Is he a lazy? I forgot. Is he a lazy?
He's a lazy, yes.
Of course. And for people like me who didn't get the cover, I may or may not have gotten a new journal to reamp my Animal Crossing journal.
You got that specifically for Animal Crossing?
Well, it's one purpose I can think of for my Traveler's Notebook Diary refill 2022. Bang, bang, bang.
Well, I feel like since you work at Designful, you're required to have that, right? You can't just not have one.
I mean, I was telling so many people I've never, in my tenure of a Traveler's Notebook user since 2014, I've never bought a diary refill in the regular size. I bought
weird.
the passport one on the discount at Oblation one year. That was 2019 or 18, and I never used it. So this year I made the plunge and bought the weekly vertical, and I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. But I think
Animal Crossing.
this may be for the Animal Crossing now that everyone's starting up. And then the cafe journaling, actual cafe journaling. I'm so excited for that. And so it's just very exciting.
So good.
So much. Now we can justify all the new Animal Crossing stationery we bought. The sticker booklet we bought together in San Francisco.
Yes.
We can use
I know,
that
I'm
now.
getting it out, getting it ready.
I know, it's right here too. I love
And
it.
this update launches on November 5th, which I just so happen to have off of work, so you know what I'm doing that day.
We know what everyone's doing on that day.
Animal Crossing all day. And did anyone else notice how they kind of slipped in the froggy chair?
Yes. I was watching someone's live stream and people in chat keep saying froggy chair, and then the streamer was so distraught because she keeps missing it, but the direct kept going. It's kind of funny. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good. It's gonna be so fun.
And another follow-up, which we were going to talk about last week, was that we talked about these cool Midori embroidered bookmarks, right? And the animal stickers. and they're on Tokyo Pen Shop now. And how fitting that maybe this itinerary that we have right now is what was like subconscious, like unconsciously in my mind. So I made an order this morning exactly for those things. And as I open up this document to prep for our happy hour, I'm like, oh, there they are. But Tokyo Pen Shop has some goods, and I happen to buy some very festive holiday goods from it as well.
Yes.
Nice. So I guess with that being said, let's get into today's thing. But first, Kelly, what are you drinking today?
I have this kind of short and fat glass that just has water in it. But it's like a little jar.
I'm also a little jar thing, but it's like that red salad drink. Why don't you start with the new things this week?
All right, so I already mentioned this on my Instagram, and I saw Job and Christiana Wrights and a bunch of other people mention it as well. That Erin from Journal as Alter, she launched her shop,
Yes.
which is really cool because she's got lots of rubber stamps and also a couple different sticker sheets.
Did you make an order? That's my question.
Yes. Hey, okay, here's my reasoning behind making an order. I have to support this amazing local person, and, also I love her stuff.
Did you order This Page is a Portal?
Yes, I did. How did you know that?
Just kind of checking in to make sure I'm still your friend and understand you.
And also the magic wand. It says magic wand, and it's just like on a fountain pen stamp.
Oh, I see, your magic pen.
Or yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is so you.
I'm really looking forward to getting those and adding more and more witchy stamps to my growing collection at this point.
I have to browse her shop in a little bit. As a lot of people know, Brooktober is slowly getting over. It's very exciting for many of us as we go into all spend November.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's not.
I thought it was No Shave November.
No shave November. I like that.
But that's like a dudes with their beards thing.
Oh, that's the Movember thing.
Movember?
Yeah, like a mustache. So
Oh.
M with November, it's a Movember or Movember. I don't know how you say it. Hey, it's for a good cause. I think it's a good thing. Anyway, my new thing that I was so excited to talk about last week, but we couldn't because I missed out talking about it the week before, because the night we recorded Happy Hour last 2 weeks ago, and this news came out like the day after, and I was like, we missed the prime news release time again.
We did.
Zebra Sarasa came out with a new pen. It's the upgraded version called Zebra Sarasa Nano, Nano, and it's amazing as always. You can just imagine it being the prodigy to the Sarasa clip that everyone loves, but it's called Nano, and it only comes out in 0.3 milliliter right now. But what's cool about it is the technology, which is why they probably call it nano, like nano is like mini, like nano technology is like stuff that's very small. I don't know if that's the exact reasoning, but basically they attached a new spring to the top clicker area.
Oh, that's what that's all about.
To stabilize the whole insert when you write with it, because sometimes they said there's with the space within that section where it meets the click, the pen can drift or something like
the
that.
Gotti. That's what it says in this illustration.
So it basically, this new technology is to stabilize not only the grip but also the write. You know, like they did like a before and after testing of what the pen would write. Like before, because of the gari like little wavering, your pen ink is likely to have that like white streak where like the thing didn't
Also known as railroading.
railroading, where the tip doesn't fully touch the paper, but with the stabilizing, like it would like ensure it like meets the paper very smoothly, so no railroading.
It sounds like, or it looks, having you explain that, it seems so like scientific, and it's like, I want to try it.
And they came at us hard. They were like, okay, here's Sarasa Nano, and here's all 32 colors of them. So
That's right. That's a lot of colors.
it's just the entire lineup. Oh my goodness, like all the vintagey colors.
Oh yeah, the vintage ones too. Yeah,
are in there.
And wait, did they do metallics and pastel? Not yet.
I don't think so, but you know,
They probably will.
I bet this is like kind of their response to the Uniball 1F. You know, you thought you came out with a cool pen. Well, we're coming out with a cool pen too. And this is definitely like the battlefield of like the student demographic, right? Like, you know,
Oh yeah.
are they using it with the Jiben Techo? Like, I think I was
Yep.
looking at a sample. And anyway, it's like for scheduling, you want to use like as many different color pens on it. So here you go.
Color coding.
Color coding. And so it's going to be available also on November 5th, Animal Crossing Day.
Nice.
With the colorful pens. And like you said, I just want to try like one. I might pick one of the vintagey colors that I like, you know, maybe the vintagey, the red, the pink, or the camel.
Let's all just
color.
remember that April just said, I just want to try one. And I'm just going to put that in the bank to bring up later.
I cannot, Kelly. I really cannot. My gel pen bank is like overflowing. My pen does overflow. It's too much. I cannot.
I've had the same Sarasa Clip gel pens for like so long. Like my very first Sarasa Clip gel pen, it looks like it's empty here, this
But
green
there's
one,
still
but
a
it's
little bit left.
there's still a little bit, and when I finish it, I'm gonna feel so accomplished.
I know. I have all those Uniball 1 colors, so it's gonna take me like
Yes, you do.
another
You have a lot.
10 years to go through them. So maybe when I'm 40, I can like get like 10 Sarasa Nano. But they probably come out with like Sarasa Excellence, yeah, whatever, you know, like crazy names.
Yeah.
So there we go.
It's gonna be nuts.
So new things. And what about things we have? Kelly, what are you talking about today?
Oh yes. So well, back when I bought, I think it's still right here, when April was talking about these cute little brass cartridge holders for your fountain pen ink cartridges, I got it from the Travelers Company website, and April has hers too. And when I was ordering, I was like, well, let's look around the shop a little bit, and I picked up this thing, which looks like a spiral-bound craft notebook. And it is, but it's and I took out the little pages, like they have those Midori end pages.
Oh, okay.
I just ripped them out because it was bothering me. But basically, I'm not even saying what it is. It's, what do you call this? Bumblebee Spiral Ring Notebook B. Like window envelope.
Bumblebee? What?
Well, I don't know why it's a bumblebee, but it's one of those Midori. I'm sorry, I'm doing such a bad job of explaining this. It's one of those like Midori / Travelers Company notebooks that has like a little letterpressed motif in the corner.
Oh, I see.
So
So
this
that's
one
why
has a
they call it
bumblebee.
bee. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, April.
Okay.
Like there's one with a polar bear that has the pure white paper, and there's one with a camel that I think has craft paper.
Ooh.
Why do I know more about your product than you do? I guess you're all about the plotter, though.
I don't touch this product much, but I call it the window envelope. You know, I've actually
Right.
have it. Like I had one, which is I know why. Because maybe my first one of this product was the Starbucks Reserve collaboration one with the window. And so I just like,
Okay.
I didn't know what the original one looked like. But now that I'm reading the description, it says engraved with a bee icon that collects honey in its nest. Got
That's
it.
right. Yeah, so this is like a little beehive, these little envelopes. So basically I put, because I was looking at, I've been accumulating a lot of things basically since like the pen show or since like forever, I don't know. And it's like I have all these really big stickers. So this envelope I put all my pen show stickers. This one I bought stuff in Seattle last time I was there, and I don't know, it's just kind of like all the stickers.
That's actually a cute and smart way to store things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can see through the envelope, and then you could. I'm thinking about getting my Dymo, this Dymo label printer thing, and like labeling the back part of the envelope, like
That's
the little
cute.
back flap.
That's cute.
But I don't know. I like this, and I didn't start using it until literally yesterday, even though I got it like 2 weeks ago. Oh, you have one too.
I just realized
the same thing.
I have one with the bee, but I never noticed it. But I was using it to store my transfer sheets. You know?
Oh, that's another good. Did you talk about that before?
I don't think I've talked about it before.
Yours is so much less bulky than mine.
Yeah, because they just hold like 2 to 3 transfer sheets, and the windows are like, I think it's like the perfect size as well. You know, the size of the transfer sheet stickers, they just fit perfectly in there, which is kind of amazing. Oh, and here I have some like extra stamp stuff. So,
And she didn't even know there was a bee on it.
I mean, I only read like the English name of it, and it didn't say anything about the bee. It just says Spiral Ring Notebooks.
Window envelope.
B6.
Yeah,
Window
B6 size. I think that's the only size it comes in. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway.
And I actually have some spare open envelopes. Maybe I could start putting
do
some
too.
stuff in there. That's cool. Thanks for bringing this up. This revives it for me a little bit.
For all of our little ephemera bits that I know all of us have.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, actually, this really coincides with what I'm going to talk about next, which is also a collector of bits.
Oh, cute.
Shout out to Toasty Treat, who on her Twitch stream showed it off, and I was like, where did you get that? I want one.
Oh no.
And it's this really cute meatball
Oh, it's cute.
washi collecting notebook. So this concept
no.
is not new. This is essentially a sticker release spiral bound notebook.
Love it.
And I actually have seen Nita, our friend Nita from A Blank Note, use a bigger version of it. She has like an A4 size or a US leather size notebook that she used to store washi tape and to use washi tape. So you know how like there's all those washi tape, like for example, London Gifty has this one with the coffee and tea. And then
don't I?
there's like 25 different variations on there. And then sometimes you're kind of looking for one, but you have to like go through a lot.
Yes, I've been there so many times.
What this does is this sticker release notebook basically allows you to store the washi and show all variations. And then what you do is you take like an X-Acto knife, or for in my case, I have the OFA little
that I got you in Japan, by the way.
top sheet cutter, and then you can just kind of carve around the shape you want, and then like use it as like sticker. And so I wanted this for so long, but I am too lazy to try to find out where I can put one together. And I saw the meatball washing one, which I got from Paper Game, and it has like such cute little, it's kind of like a, you know, those landscape calendar size. It's not too big, probably like A5 size. And I just decided, you know, this is it. And I've been like kind of putting some washis on there with multiple patterns, especially my, what you call it, my Maruko ones. There's always so many, and it's so hard. Like, you know, I think this is another type of way to fussy cut washi tape with many patterns. Like the way you do is you just kind of collect all the washi on these little removable pages, adhesive pages, and then you can like carve out the one you want, put it in your book, and then you can clean it up and then put down new washi. So it's like a perpetual washi book user.
That tool that you have, the Olfa, that you like, it won't cut through the page.
It doesn't cut through at all. Yeah.
How do you make it do that? Or that's just how it is?
That's just how it is. It's called the top sheet cutter, Kelly.
Oh my god. Oh.
You can adjust the min and max, like kind of in level of pressure, I think, and then this doesn't even cut through Hobonichi at like a certain level.
Way.
So I use it
Really?
to trim stuff off paper and stuff like that.
You've had that for like 2 years.
I've had it for a long time. And
I'm missing out.
I thought you knew about it when you got it for me.
No, I was just like, oh, April wants this freaking knife thing. Whatever. I guess I'll throw that in my checked bag.
So I love it. The perfect combination. I'm thinking maybe I should have gotten a second one, but I don't want to be greedy because I realized while I was waiting for this to come, I was like, wait,
no.
I have something that I own that looks like it. So I actually got this little Once More with Love, or yes, this is Once More with Love because she's based in the US, I think. Collaboration with Michaels.
She's based in Canada, but she does have a collab with Michaels.
Wait,
as well.
So both Coffee Monster Co. and Once More with Love are in Canada?
Yes.
I thought it's like one and the other.
Nope, they're both, they're both similar, but different enough.
Okay, both in Canada. Okay, so collaboration with Michaels, this little tiny A6 but a little bit wider size little booklet. And it's also a spiral bound, like sticker release
And
paper.
it's so cute.
It's really cute, but the downside is it doesn't carry too long of a washi cycle.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some images are quite big. So I've been using this to hold me off, but I think tied me over. But then I think I might, end up just using both of them and see how much I can make use of these for my existing washi collection. Because then this way I don't have to like constantly go back and rummage through my washi collection. Like I have I have $600 washi tags right now, and I have to like rummage and find like the washi that I need, or miss out on using special ones if I kind of display them all this way. And it's portable too. Like I can just grab this little sticker book with me to cafe journaling instead of bringing out rolls, which is what Nita does. Like she would like take out this giant A4 size spiral ring and then like start cutting it with a little
amazing.
Knife.
I miss hanging out with you guys.
Well, you gotta come up to Seattle more.
I know. It's so hard.
It's so hard. Well, plan a date and come on up and we'll meet you.
Yes.
So I'm super happy about my purchase here. And Kelly, congratulate me. This is the only thing I purchased on Paper Game. I did not try to make $45 free shipping.
No way. Serious? Is that the first time in the history of April's existence?
I'm trying to make that a thing. Like, just get what you want. The shipping's not that bad. Like, honestly, it's not like you're paying.
I feel like I've told you that so many times.
I feel like the way I would tilt the other way is when if my order is like, say free shipping is $45 and my order is $35, then I would want to meet that. But if this thing costs $8 and my order, like the free shipping tier is $45, I'm less inclined to meet that.
Yep, I feel you.
Like I've gone in wanting to spend like up to $10. I don't want to go up 4 times that much. But if I'm going in thinking I'm spending $35, then I can add a $10 to that.
This is why ordering from Cute Things from Japan is hard.
I know.
Oh, so you're like, let's blow $100 right now.
I have an order pending, Kelly. Do you want to hop in?
Do I want to add anything? I want to add stuff. Yeah.
But I'm also waiting for
talk.
something because I'm going to talk about it in today's happy hour. I'm waiting for Cute Things from Japan to see if they would stock that thing, because then I could easily reach $100. Hey, but Cute Things from Japan shipping isn't that bad. Like to come from Japan and so fast, $10 not bad at all.
Is it only $10?
Yeah.
Why do I have to reach free shipping? I feel like you've just conditioned me to be like, we have to reach free shipping.
No. Their shipping's not that bad at all.
Oh my god, that's really not now. Okay, well,
All right.
that's a new perspective on my life.
We'll get to it and we'll talk about it. Okay, something I want. It's gonna be in my something I want, but you can go first.
So, okay. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about this. Why is this in my something I want? I mean, I do want it.
Didn't you already
but
buy it?
No.
Oh wait,
No.
that's the other thing.
Yeah. So, oh god, it's on my Safari. Okay. So Pelican, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, released an M200, which is one of their like lower level, if you will, pens. It's still like $208, which, you know, I don't consider that a low level pen, but
Right.
it is for Pelican. It's not a gold nib, it's a steel nib. Anyway, so every year they release a pen that's like based on / inspired / releases with their ink of the year. So, you know, they had like a Star Ruby pen, they had an Olivine pen, and this year their ink of the year is Golden Barrel. And this pen is seriously so beautiful, and I'm surprised that I like it.
It's sparkling, right? Just
It is-
like their
yeah.
Golden Barrel ink, which is a shimmer ink this year.
Yeah, and it's like this kind of glassy, transparent, or like foggy glass-ish looking. Totally transparent pen.
Frosted glass.
Frosted. That's the right word. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's got these little golden shimmers all over it. And, you know, if you put Golden Barrel in this pen, it would probably just blow everybody's mind. And I don't own a Pelican yet, but this really makes me want to.
Are Pelican pens good to put shimmer inks in though? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I would only do it if it was a medium or broad personally, which it would probably work, but when it comes to like my nicer pens, frankly, I don't want to put shimmering ink in them.
'Cause it might clog and
Yeah, well, and it's like, you know, like with my, you know, Sailors, you know, 14 karat gold nib pens, I feel like I don't want to mess with that with a shimmerer, but I know a bunch of people disagree with me. I want to hear everybody's input on that because I am happy to be schooled if I'm wrong about this.
no, but that's what I was reading. Like, people are complaining that they want you to put the Golden Barrel ink in there, but doesn't design a nib that's easy to, you know, disassemble and clean thoroughly as you could
Right.
a Twisby, you know, Eco. So
Yeah. See, Twisby Eco for sure. Put all the shimmer in that thing.
I know
For sure.
but it is a really pretty pen.
But
I mean,
it's
like, you
so
don't have to put a shimmering ink in there. The shimmering will make it look like it's a shimmer ink from
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to say this without totally spoilering, but there's an Inkvent ink that would look fantastic in there from this
Oh
this
my
year that I
goodness.
have already inked one of my pens with.
Of course she did. Is it November yet? No. Has Kelly inked up everything? Yes.
Not everything, but I think I've got 6 pens inked up now with Inkvent.
So don't go asking for Kelly to swatch something for you, because
I know,
you're gonna
I'm-
spoil yourself.
Yeah. Or if you go, what ink is that? Well, I don't know. I forgot.
And then you know you're spoiled. That is an Inkman ink. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, something I want that I really hope Cute Things from Japan will carry, or someone else would, because I know Mizutama is a hot item, you know, commodity that a lot of people love. And they, Papier Platz is, you know, collaborating with Furukawa Shiko with Mizutama, like, no big
it's
deal.
Really cute.
A giant collab called Cake Shop Mizutama.
God.
And then just like this insane series of items in this entire collection that I can't like stop looking at. Like, I want every single thing. But I'm gonna point you guys to this item that I think is the most stunning thing. So Furukawa Shiko does like leather envelopes, like little memo envelopes before, and they've done the Hako, the box style before. But now they did with this collection, they did one where in each of the box that looks like it's open, and you can write the memo note on the top portion of the box. And inside are just these cakes, eclairs, strawberry cake, biscuits, like cake slices. It's so cute, Kelly. I cannot contain myself.
So here's my question about this. Like the memo note itself, it looks, when you open it, it looks like an open box, but are you saying that when you like fold it down, it looks like the box is closed?
Yes.
'Cause that's incredible and I love Japan.
Yes.
What is happening here?
Yes.
This is too much.
So Furukawa Shiko already did a version of this before. I mean, currently, with like inside the box would be like just a bouquet of flower, like a bunch of flower and a little kitty kind of hanging out. So there's like 4 variations of cats and like flowers in the box. But I think this whole concept of designing the dessert in the box, especially that box of eclairs with like the rabbits and like the strawberries in there, I'm just like, I need one of each, maybe a backup of each. And then the other thing I was looking at was the washi tapes.
Which is very cute.
And they like, I think there's that one with the cookie where like different kinds of biscuits. And then there's one where they frosted the biscuit to look like underwear.
Yep, that's the one that I was looking at. That's the best thing I've ever seen.
I just thought that was the cutest thing ever.
It's a panty cookie.
It's a panty cookie, a white one. And then there's all the strawberry desserts. Like, I just love Japan and their obsession with, like, you know, nama cream, which is whipped cream, and like strawberry in all sorts of dessert situations. So I think I might have to get that too. And then there's like obviously a bunch of cool little sticker flakes, cards, memo notes, just all in this whole Mitsutama's character, like this little chef's, you know, thing, design with like all the biscuits. I just thought the whole collection is just beautiful, amazing. Did they time it with the Great British Bake Off or something? Like, why?
They might have.
It's amazing.
On one of the memo pads, there's like a little tiny like kitchen scale that has a little face on it.
Yes, yes.
Like,
I'm
can
glad
I
you
just
saw
stop
that
already? Oh my god,
it's so adorable. The 3-tier little cake thing called special cake, and then you can, on the back, she demoed it by writing like happy birthday. It's like, yes,
I know, it's so
I want to
cute.
put this note in everyone's birthday, Happy Mail.
Right. Oh,
I want all of that, so I'm waiting. I have a half full cart on cute things from Japan right now because she just recently uploaded a bunch of Mind Wave and like the Year of the Tora, the Year of the Tiger
so
items.
Cute.
So many of those, but I am waiting because this one's releasing, I think, November 1st, which is coming up next Monday. So I hope by then, if Ayako did manage to get her hands on them, that she will usually upload it at the same time as the launch, you know, even if she might have gotten it already. I'm like direct messaging her every day, bothering her.
Like, hey.
But hopefully that's the case. But if not, I know a few other places like Little Happy Things sometimes gets Popular Platz stuff too. She's in New Jersey, and let me think, which other shop? Yeah, Yoseika hasn't really gone onto the Furukawa Shiko. They do, but not as like on every collection. They have some of the staples, but yeah, I hope some retailers will get their hands on these, or I might have to black ship it or something. Oh wait, but this is Popular Platz. Oh, I'm not gonna think about it anymore. Sorry, you guys just heard all the machinations in my head when it comes to shopping. So finally, that's kind of wrapping up the main items this week. And usually we end it with a few little other bits and pieces here. And I saw you have something Halloween-y, which is fitting because this is the week. And this is the first time we mentioned anything Halloween-y.
I know. So here's the thing about that. I didn't even realize until we started recording this. I was like, oh no, like... This could have been a Halloween episode, and we messed that up.
You could have had the cauldron mug, and I could.
I know.
We could have worn some hats or something. Everyone
Maybe
just
next time I'll wear my I'll wear this really cute like slowpoke costume. You know Kigurumi, right?
Yes. The onesies.
Yeah. I have a slowpoke onesie that my buddies got me for Christmas last year, and I'm probably gonna wear it to work this Friday.
It's okay.
It's the best.
So.
So anyway, have you, April, heard about Krishna inks?
I have,
Like for fountain pen?
I have not.
Because I have, but I have never looked into them at all. There's this like ink review from Pen Chalet. Oh, and it's made by a medical doctor by day and ink connoisseur at night. And in between and all his extra time, he's also a master nib grinder. Well, that's cool. His name's Dr. Sri Kumar. Nice. The more you know. So anyway, he made this ink called Halloween Orange, and I was like, yes. It's much different than the Diamond Pumpkin that I always associate with this time of year, because it's like, it's more of a like deep kind of rusty orange. It's like fall leafy color orange. And it's very good. And apparently it's a limited edition ink, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, with Pen Chalet? So like when I went on Pen Chalet's website and like clicked on the pumpkin, it was like low in stock, and I'm like, oh geez, I might have to buy this. I don't know. I really don't need to do that, so I probably won't, but you know, I just like fall things.
It's timely and fitting. No, I think this orange looks great, but I have the autumn oak, and it is like enough to, you know, tide me over the entire fall season.
Especially since you're a fall hater.
I'm not a fall hater. I'm a spoopy hater. That's the only thing. I can't wait for it to be over. But I again regret that we could have brought up some more cool Halloween-y stuff for this week.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Yeah. Oops.
Sorry, not sorry. I will be very excited to go over holiday though. The holiday season.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
I can't wait. Well, for me, the thing I wanted to chat with you about is the second volume of the second release of Colorverse Inc. USA Special Series, and I'm interested to see and talk about, like, you know, which one you're interested in and which one I'm interested in. But let's list out the colors first. There's Fabulous Las Vegas, Dakota Thunder from North Dakota, Quahog, is that like an oyster?
I think it's Quahog.
Quahog from Rhode Island, Blue Crab.
I only know that because of Family Guy. I watched that when I was a teenager. Okay, anyway.
Well, of course I know nothing since I said it wrong. South Beach, Florida. December 7th, 1787, Delaware. I think this one's pretty cool.
Okay.
That they named it that way.
You do you, Delaware.
No, because it's like, it's the day, you know, when the whole 50 states got together, you know, all that thing. It's historical, so I think it's cool that they named it that way. Long Trail, Vermont. Libertyville, Pennsylvania, which I actually seen with my own eye when I visited Philadelphia, which is really cool. Space Needle, whoop whoop, Washington, and then Country Roads. I'm like, West Virginia. Like, is that because of the song? Is that what?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Is that what people outside of West Virginia or outside of US know?
West Virginia. Okay,
Country
anyway.
Mama. Because do you know that Ghibli video? Ghibli movie?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, it was so good. So I think it's a cool another 10 countries release to the series, right? I think it's 10. And we both own half of the first launch. But this time, I don't think I'm going to go and like get all 10 again. because we're not
Yeah, that was kind of intense.
we're not collecting or anything. No. But if I had to get one, I think, well, actually, let's say I have to get two because one is like, of course I have to get it, the Space Needle from Washington, and I'm really happy they did like this amazing coral color.
Yeah, they really, to me, that color doesn't mean Space Needle, but I like the color, so I'm like, okay.
It's kind of
nice.
like the sunsetness of Space Needle, Kelly, like during like dawn or like towards the end of the day on when the sky's especially fiery like across the horizon. This is like the color I associate it with. So I just love that they went coral for Washington.
Yeah.
As opposed to Sailor that went green, which I think is a little bit too similar to Oregon's green. So, but then I voted green, so who am I to complain? I did this to myself. So anyway, I of course would get the Space Needle from Washington, but the second color I would actually get Fabulous Las Vegas, because that pink is beautiful. Like that, does it even have a little bit of shimmer in it?
It does. It says glistening. It's got like this gold shimmer, and honestly, that color is so in your face, and I love it. And that would be my first choice too.
It's very kawaii. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it's very like Japan's Shibuya hot pink color with the
Yes.
glistening. And they in the packaging they had the Fabulous Las Vegas, the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. That's kind of iconic with the pink sky. And I just thought, wow, I really think this is a good choice. Like, is it maybe to represent like the neon lights, at night?
Definitely. Yeah,
think
with the gold and the yeah.
I think it's great. So what other colors are you interested in that you think or that it's like interesting? I guess.
Okay. I feel like the December 7th, 1787 is like kind of on the verge of being green or blue. And I like that. And it sort of kind of reminds me of Moss Park Green, which is by Ferris Wheel Press, that I'm more familiar with now because we carry them at Oblige.
I like it. The plug.
Yeah, well, I don't know, it's a unique, cool tealy. I'm into it.
That's
What
nice.
about you?
If I had to choose another one that I find interesting, well, at first I must complain that there's too many blue in this one, like blue crab and the
Yeah.
how do you say that word again?
Quahog?
Quahog. Yeah. It felt very pastel-y. Speaking of, that Constellation series of the colorers, turns out that whole series was super pale, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't get on them.
Oh, good, yeah.
So Quahog looked like it might be one of those lighter colors too, but Long Trail caught my interest as well. Like, how it's like kind of that foresty green, but has a really cool red sheen to it.
Yeah, it's doing that diamine thing.
So I thought that would be cool. It's kind of like a mix of, the forest and the earth when you're like on the trail. So I think that's what they're going for. I think Liberty Bell is really boring with the brown.
I do too. It's so boring.
Country Roads is nice. I think people who likes like a mustardy yellow color would be like, yay, because I don't think there's too many of that. Actually,
It sort of reminds me of Tobacco Sunburst by Diamine a little bit, but I would have to see like writing next to each other. I bet it's more light or something.
yeah. Dakota Thunder has the same vibe as Long Trail, but I feel like they flipped it, where this one is brown with a green sheen, right? But I think I like, obviously, the green one a little bit better than the brown. What is Dakota Thunder anyway? And educate me. I'm not American.
Oh, I super don't know. I'm assuming, like, is it talking about like literal thunderstorms?
Oh, no. Okay, all right. I Googled and found it. World's largest buffalo name. Dakota.
Glad I know anything about other states. Nice.
And the package has a giant buffalo on it too. So
It
there's
does. I just thought it was.
I just thought it was a thing in North Dakota.
Oh god! I like that we both know the same amount about this.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
This is awesome.
That's cool though. How large is this buffalo?
It's a towering buffalo sculpture that is.
Oh, it's a sculpture. Okay, I thought it was a real buffalo.
I thought it's a real one too. So sorry. 20.
I'm sorry if you're from North Dakota and
We
you're like,
apologize.
oh my god, you guys.
I don't think it's public knowledge. 26 foot tall, 60-ton concrete giant has been
Oh my God.
standing watch over Jamestown since 1959. Okay.
That's intense.
It's a giant buffalo. I thought it's a real one too, to be honest. So I was right there with you. But there's our little chit chat about Colorverse New USA Inks.
Oh my
I can't wait
God.
for the next 10. I want the next 10 to come out, but I also can't wait for people to start getting these and then like be able to swatch them, because
Yes.
I think a lot of the times Colorverse little swatch piece always shows the most interesting part, like with the
Yeah.
microscope. But I want to see how normal people use it and like how the
Yes.
swatches look. So I'm excited for those, and then I can't wait to see like the other, because Oregon's not out yet, right? Like,
Yeah, I want to see Oregon too.
mhm.
So does this mark 20 states then?
Yep. 30 more to go.
Yeah, they've got a while to go.
Anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you guys all have a very good and fun Halloween season. We didn't get any shout outs again, so maybe we'll wait for next month and see if anyone wants to shout anyone out. But as always, we really appreciate you Venti supporters for supporting us on Patreon, and everyone else as well. This month, Kelly and I did a super cute little digital printables of Cookie in an angel suit and Maya in like a devil kind of look. So
Yeah.
we're pretty chuffed about those.
I need to like actually print out our printables because they're really cute.
What? You don't print them out? I print them out all the time. Oh my goodness, Kelly.
I don't have the good I need a better print setup and I need more printer ink actually, so it's just a mess.
Nice. Okay, as always, you guys can find us on thestationarycafe.com, and we always post snippets, tags the people we talk about, and then like the photos that we mentioned on our Instagram account, The Stationery Cafe. And you can support Kelly and I at our Patreon, The Stationery Cafe, and we hope to bring you another fun episode next week. Bye, Kelly.
Bye, April.